Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to Peaceful Oracle. This is your weekly Oracle card reading for the week of August 16th to August 22nd. I already have your cards laid out here, and I'm going to do the same format that I did last week, where I pick an Oracle card for each sign as well. So make sure you tune into that as soon as we're done with the general energies for this week. So this week is going to be, how, I guess for lack of better wording, it's intense. The energy is intense. And I think that we can probably see a lot of the intensity going on around, maybe in our personal lives, out just in the world, what we see on the news, everything. So I feel like the overall message for this week is to take care of your health. That seems to be the dominant message here. And I mean that spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally. It's going to be really important to pay attention to, how we're absorbing energy and how much we're holding on to, how much stress we're holding on to. Do we feel grounded throughout our days? Do we feel scattered, chaotic, that kind of thing? So I think the Heighten Your Vitality card in the beginning of the week, that is going to be the tone. And I feel like that might kind of go into, I'm hearing October. So that's going to be really important. Not saying that it's going to be chaotic or high energy all the way until October, but I'm feeling like it's going to be important for us to place a special focus on how we're taking care of our health. Especially in the next few months. And I mean that not just it's all interconnected, right? So if we take care of ourselves physically, we feel better emotionally. So it's all connected in that way. But I mean, it's also kind of, who are we surrounding ourselves with, or how much are we entertaining? Are we, spending a lot of time with toxic people, that kind of thing. So it's going to be really important because I'm feeling like many of us are especially sensitive at the moment. With the potential gateway card all the way on the right, it kind of feels like, and we did have the Lionsgate portal, believe just closed yesterday on the 12th. But I feel like there is a really big opportunity or opening for a lot of people to start to step into a new paradigm. You're stepping into a new way of living, a new way of thinking, feeling, everything. So I think that also there's some old stuff also kind of resurfacing that has been dormant or lying kind of hidden within us. So some of you may be experiencing a lot of that as well. So there's just a lot going on. There's a lot going on outside of us. There's a lot going on inside of us. So it's going to be, you might find that you're more prone to getting tired more quickly, or you may find that you're more exhausted, or you're, going to bed a little bit early because it's just even a little bit of intensity during the day is going to feel like too much. So be gentle with yourself. I feel like a lot of individuals are, we're accelerating pretty quickly. Like we're growing into that spiritual light a lot faster, and it's amping up. And I think a lot of us can feel that. So there's a lot of, it's going to feel like chaos a bit. And I think that that's why it's kind of so important to stay grounded and to take care of our health every day. I was feeling that some body work is good, like yoga or stretching, or just kind of shaking it out, like kind of like shaking out any of the stress that we're holding on to in our body. So like at the end of the day, just put on some music and kind of either dance or move your body, just kind of like wake up your body a bit, because it's easy to kind of absorb all that energy and just kind of have it sit there. So that's what I was hearing, to just kind of just do some kind of body movement just to kind of shake out that energy at the end of your day. Take salt baths, that kind of thing. So laughter, I really like that the laughter card is here, because that laughter is a great way to dispel any negative energy or tense energy. That's why they call it comedic relief, in movies, like when things are just too intense or too serious or dramatic, they throw in usually like a little scene where it just lightens the mood. So that's going to be really important to don't underestimate the power of laughter or humor. That's going to be very important for recalibrating your energy. So I'm hearing that for some of you, if you kind of feel like your days are just too stressful, there's just too much going on and you don't know how to ground yourself, put on a funny show, put on a funny video, or somebody that really makes you laugh, or someone or a movie, or anything that kind of brings some lightness and humor to you. It could be a cat video. It doesn't matter, whatever makes you laugh and whatever kind of helps you to shake off some of that intensity or seriousness in your everyday. Because I know that it's just, I can feel the energy. I mean, it's been affecting me as well. So, I mean, I think all of us who are very energetically sensitive and empathic can feel it. So it's kind of like taking daily steps to, recalibrate our energy. Empowerment, I really feel like it's going to be important to listen to your intuition here. It's going to be really important to stick to your gut. And I think that for some of you, it's going to be also easier to see through people as well. So I'm feeling like as we're spiritually growing, our senses are getting more tuned. We're becoming more tuned in. And I think it's going to be easier for some of us to see through some people, so if you have someone in your life that, is kind of like, wears a mask, kind of does not who they say they are. So it's going to be easy for you to kind of pinpoint where they're lying or where they're not really being too truthful. So pay attention, listen to your instincts. That's what I'm mostly feeling with the empowerment card, is to tune in and listen to your instincts. There's going to be a lot of clarity. Things are going to be very clear for you to see, kind of the underworkings of things. It's no longer just surface level. It's going to be more like a clearer picture for you. And that higher ground card, I love that. That was at the bottom of the deck. And I loved that the higher ground card kind of just brings it all together of opening our hearts. I think that sometimes when there's a lot going on, if you feel like the energy is just, there's just a lot of shifting and changing, that it could be really easy to feel closed up. It could be really easy to kind of go into hermit mode and to just want to retreat and not really open ourselves up because we feel not safe or not really feel like it's the time to open up and feel vulnerable. But I feel like with the higher ground card, the main message that I was hearing was to actually have an open heart, to have because I think that when that heart is open, it's easier to feel compassion, gentleness, and to also not take things too much, not to internalize things too much. I think that it helps us to take the higher ground in situations, whether that be personal or however that applies to you. It's going to be easier to approach everything with more of this softness, and it's going to help you to preserve your energy as well. So not kind of overextending too much of your energy where you're not feeling like you want to put your energy towards that. So it's like it's easier to stay true to yourself when we have an open heart and when we live from that place authentically. It's easier to know what's right for us and what's not. So it's good to have that open heart, to be tuned in. So some of you may be actually working on that. Some of you may be working on opening up your heart. So that may be a central focus for some of you this week as well. So I think that this just in general this week, if you're feeling the intensity, then just know that there's a lot of shifting internally and externally going on, and just kind of be patient with yourself and take it day by day. And I feel like the best way to do that is to focus on your health. So focus on your physical health, go for a walk, go for a run or lift weights, or, do yoga, just kind of that. Anything that has to do with moving the physical body any little bit is going to help you. Even if you're not able to do too much, just even a little bit will help to just kind of shake out some of that energy. And then laughter, staying grounded, staying in good humor will be very beneficial as well. And then sticking to your intuition, listening to your gut, listening to what even if there's a lot of, even if you kind of feel like you're not being heard or you're not being seen, it's going to be really important for you to know, to kind of be able to stay connected with yourself, I guess is the best way I can explain that. Okay, so that is the general energy for this week. Now I want to go into the Enchanted Map Oracle deck and pick a card for each sign. So I'm going to gather these cards here. Okay, so let's get started with Capricorn. Hi, Capricorn. Let's see what we have coming up for you this coming week on August 16th to August 22nd. One ring circuit. Okay, I'm hearing that there may be something that you're working on alone. So maybe some of you are working on like a project alone, or you're keeping your ideas to yourself. Yeah, there seems to be kind of this needing to distance yourself from just people around you, because it could be that other people's opinions or voices are just, it may be kind of overwhelming is what I'm hearing. So there's this need to kind of remove yourself from everybody and everything and kind of go and recharge. So maybe this week that's going to be the thing for you, Capricorn, is to kind of separate yourself from everything, take a break, and needing to just listen to yourself and listen to your intuition and just stick with that, because it could be that there's a lot of moving pieces, or I'm really feeling that there may just be a lot of people around you, kind of a lot of voices, lots of opinions, lots of people talking at you. So it could be just the week where you feel like you need to recalibrate and reset, and you need to get away from everything to kind of get a breather and, rejuvenate there. So I feel like that's going to be the main thing for you this week, Capricorn. So that would be good for you. So for some of you, if you are feeling that way, maybe taking like a short retreat or kind of getting away, taking yourself on, maybe taking some time out throughout your day if you don't have a whole lot of time to necessarily get away for a couple days, just kind of finding little breaks throughout the day to kind of come back to yourself and spend time with yourself is going to be really important. And I'm hearing meditation is going to be really important this week as well. So if you have a meditation practice, great. Maybe that'd be a good time to really, do that more. Or if you don't have one, then maybe kind of testing out the waters and trying out to see if meditation is something that would benefit you this week, because I really feel like there's this need to kind of be with oneself here. So, okay, Capricorn, thank you so much for tuning in, and we're moving on to Aquarius. Ooh, all right. Aquarius came out pretty quickly here. Okay, direction. Finding your direction. Finding your true north is what I heard. So I think that some of you are definitely on a journey to kind of finding where you belong. And I think that this week there may be some illumination there. You may kind of find that you discover a road or path that you want to walk down. I kind of feel like there's some of you that have been searching for that, and it's been feeling like there's this fog in front of you. And that might be starting to clear up this next week. So something may come to light. Some of that fogginess might go away, and you may be able to see the picture a little bit more clear. Some of you may get like an opportunity for something that kind of leads you down a road or a path that really sparks your creativity, really sparks your interest. And I think that there's a need for balance, balancing out your energies, balancing out the yin and the yang. So make sure that you're not overworking or you're not being too stagnant. Like sometimes we need some activity, so making sure you get up. If some of you, I'm feeling like some of you might be kind of have been low in energy. So you might have been really just kind of being more stagnant, like kind of I'm feeling like there's this need to kind of get up and walk around and kind of move your body and that kind of thing. So Aquarius, I think that would be really good for you. And I think that it would be really good to kind of explore a bit, kind of explore new horizons and explore different interests, because I'm feeling like there's something there. There's something in you discovering or studying something new or trying out something, like chasing your curiosities. Even if it's something that doesn't feel like it's going to lead to anywhere, it may lead to somewhere. So I'm strongly feeling this week that follow your curiosities and chase that, because I think that there's something there for you. There's like a jewel there for you, Aquarius. Very cool. All right. Thank you, Aquarius. Moving on to Pisces. What do we have coming up for Pisces, August 6th to August 22nd? Beautiful. Flying. Okay. So Pisces, I feel like you have energy to execute on your ideas this week. I feel like there's a lot of energy returning back to you. Inspiration, spark, confidence is what I'm hearing. Like confidence in what you're doing. I really feel like this is more in terms of work. And I feel like you're also kind of flying above all the chaos that may be going on underneath you. So kind of staying above all the drama, and if, you know, just kind of not engaging with the day-to-day type of struggles, and just kind of having this clear vision of where you want to go, and having that laser-like tunnel vision, like a focus on where you want to be, and just going right towards that. I really love how this Horus is just like, I'm not going to walk through this maze that's underneath me. I'm going to go above all the confusion and the worries and the drama. I'm just going to like fly above it. And I really like that. So I feel like that's what you're going to really be doing this week, Pisces. You're going to be stepping into, I feel like you are already doing that. And I think that this week you may start seeing results from that, or you may start feeling the flow. You may start really enjoying yourself, really, allowing yourself to just lose yourself in your work and enjoy it every day, that kind of thing. So I really like that for you, Pisces. I see you kind of doing your own thing here, and you're enjoying it, and you're not really allowing, anything to kind of infiltrate in that auric space for you. So beautiful, beautiful week ahead for you, Pisces. Awesome. Okay. Going on to Aries. What do we have coming up for Aries? August 16th to August 22nd. Explore is what I heard. Exploring, being in a state of like wonder and awe. Okay, so I think that Aries, this might be a really good week also, just like Capricorn, to kind of go out and take some time to enjoy yourself. So like, even if you're really, really busy and you have hectic schedules, as I know we all do, I think that this week is going to be very important for you to find time throughout your day to do something that you enjoy and something that's just for you. You may be kind of balancing a lot of things on your shoulders, or there just may be a lot of energy that's going on around you and you're not sure how to just handle all of it. So I think that this week, it's going to be helpful, and you'll feel better. If that's you, you'll feel better if you can find time throughout the day to do something that you enjoy. I know for me, sometimes even just going to my local coffee shop, like taking that break in my busy work schedule, just getting up, getting out, and just kind of taking the few minutes that I get to go to the coffee shop, and just like, it's the simple things, like enjoying the little simple things that kind of just bring you back into a state of presence. So something like that, something that brings you into that state of presence. Or it could even be just, I'm seeing like just taking a break and watching like a funny YouTube video or something that has nothing to do with what you're working on or anything, just to kind of recalibrate your energy, especially if your mind is a bit scattered. I'm feeling like the mind is a bit, there's a lot going on, lots of thoughts happening, lots of ideas. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It could just be that there's a lot, and sometimes it's hard to balance all of that. Also, I'm hearing to let go of any excess energy that doesn't need to be there. So if you find yourself, you're holding on to too much that you don't really need to hold on to, then to kind of allow that to drop away and to let that go, because that will lighten your load. And I'm hearing that lightening your load will help you to move faster. So if you're holding on to too much, maybe this week would be a good week to figure out where you're kind of unnecessarily holding on to some things so you can let them go. And that will help you just, move forward, and you'll feel lighter as well. So, okay. And it's a good manifestation week for you as well. So if you have those dreams and those goals, maybe this week was also be a great week for a vision board, or like writing down goals and kind of mapping out where you want to go, action steps, things like that, of, you know, how you want to move forward. This is a good manifestation week for that. So, okay, Aries, beautiful. Moving on to Taurus. What do we have coming up for Taurus for the week of August 16th to August 22nd? Distracted. I'm hearing like getting distracted. Yeah. Okay. So Taurus, I feel like this might be a week where you might need to ground yourself a bit. There might be a need to balance out your energy and to refocus on what you want to do. I'm feeling like, Taurus, you're a bit either confused or kind of just scattered a bit in the mind, like not being able to focus, and maybe just a lot of thoughts, a lot of things going on within you. So it's going to be a good week to recalibrate and to rebalance yourself. I feel like I kept feeling this energy of getting distracted, like you're sitting down and working on something and then you end up going on YouTube and watching like 5 hours of videos, and that, you know, and you could have gotten work done. So procrastinating, things like that. So that might be something to watch out for this week. And I think that it's just an avoidance thing. That's what I'm feeling, you know, avoiding doing the work just because you may not feel grounded or you're just not feeling it right now. And that's okay, because I completely understand that the energy is pretty intense and heavy. In August, and I sensed that for all the signs when I did the monthlies for each sign, that, you know, this month was going to be a bit higher in energy in whatever shape or form that might come in. But yeah, so I think that this week is going to be a good week to stay focused. I'm hearing like, you know, even if you have to wear like a crystal that kind of helps you ground, usually like I've always found, and I think, you know, everyone resonates with crystals differently. I know for me, I really love demodorite. It's like a blue, it kind of looks like sodalite, but just a little bit more muted. Like a more of a muted blue. That's a really good stone for focus and concentration for me personally. I'm not sure how other people resonate with that stone, but I really love that stone. So something like that, like having like a crystal on you to help you ground, help you focus, get things done, staying productive. That's going to be important for you, Taurus, to not get distracted by things and pulled away. And kind of also maybe take a second look at why you're avoiding, if you're avoiding doing the work or avoiding something, like, why are we doing that? You know, what are we scared of, or what are we trying to run away from, or that kind of introspection and, you know, working on, you know, finding the root cause of why am I avoiding this? So, okay, Taurus. So that's going to be your energy for this week and what to work on. Thank you so much, Taurus. Okay. Moving on to Gemini. What do we have coming up for Gemini next week? Week of August 16th, ooh, wow, okay. Encouragement and intention. Okay, so I think Gemini this week, it's going to be really important to remember why you're doing what you're doing. So if some of you are feeling like kind of discouraged in your work, if you're kind of feeling like you're not seeing the results that you want, things are moving very slowly, things are kind of stuck in the mud type thing, I feel like this week it's going to be important to turn to people or resources that help you to remember why you're doing what you're doing in the first place. So if some of you are part of a cause, or you're starting like this new passion project, or, you know, you have like a line of work that you really love, but you've kind of lost a little bit of your inspiration or that spark, maybe this week it's going to be good for you to kind of lean on those resources that help you remember your worth, or help you remember why you matter, or why your work is important, or what kind of impact it might make in the world, or, you know, just kind of remembering why you're doing what you're doing, or why you matter. Kind of feels like there's this needing to remember, you know, that you matter too. in a nutshell. So I feel like that's going to be really important. So make sure you lean on, if you have people in your, support team, so family members or friends, loved ones, that help you to can kind of remember that. That's going to be really good for you this week. And same with intention, knowing like why you're doing the work that you're doing and what you're setting out to do, and like what's your end goal there. I think that's going to be important as well. Also, I'm hearing that with intention, that if some of you are trying to make a choice or a decision between two things, like you're trying to choose between two fields of work, maybe two different projects, or even if you're choosing between two partners, like if you're kind of, not playing around, but if you're kind of out there and, dating and trying to find the right person, and maybe there's like two people that you're choosing between. So there's some choices here with the intention card that's needing to be made, and kind of making sure that you stay within integrity of yourself. So I feel like you're kind of contemplating what is the best choice for me, whether that's in work or relationships here. Some of you could also be wanting to leave a relationship or a friendship, and just being really clear about why you're leaving, and making sure that it's, again, within integrity for you. So, in the whole situation. Very interesting. Okay, thank you so much, Gemini. Moving on to Cancer. Okay, what do we have coming up for Cancer the week of August 16th to August 22nd? I'm feeling like there's a clearing. As soon as I tune into your energy, Cancer, there's like this a lightning of, not lightning like a lightning bolt, but like the energy is getting lighter. Something cleared. Oh, wow. Beautiful. So I feel like some of you might be really manifesting something that you've been, putting out there. So you may find that, you may get that offer that you're wanting. So kind of, you've been really kind of putting out these prayers, the magic prayers. So it's like you're wanting to really create something very specific in your life. And I feel like this week you may start seeing the results from that. So maybe someone may come with an offer, someone may reach out to you. You might make some unexpected connections. This unexpected visitor card, I feel like is a positive thing. It's not going to be something that you're dreading, or, something from your past that's going to resurface. I'm not sensing that. I'm feeling like it's something new, and it's something good. And it's something that you might be not expecting, and maybe something that you really didn't see. It could be from a person that you didn't expect from, or it could be like a different type of offer that wasn't exactly what you were thinking of or what you had in mind, but it's something that's actually going to really help you grow, or really help you, like move forward there. So I feel like that's going to be, oh, wow. Okay. I'm also seeing that maybe some of you might get pregnant. I don't know why I just heard that really strongly. So some of you may find that you're pregnant. So congratulations there if that's you. So yeah, that came through really strongly. So I think that I'm going to leave that there. So it's a month, but it's also a week of fertility, I feel like, so even if you're not pregnant or looking to get pregnant or anything like that, I think that in general, it could also be that it's a week of fertility where the things that you've been cultivating or wanting to conceive is coming into fruition. So we can just put it like that instead. That it's a time for reaping in the rewards, or seeing the results from your hard work, or your prayers, or seeing those hopes and wishes and dreams coming into form. Yeah. Okay, Cancer, that's beautiful. I really love this message for you. Wonderful week ahead for you, Cancer. Okay, moving on to Leo here. What do we have coming up for Leo the week of August 16th to August 22nd? Calm. I heard calm. Finding the calmness or stillness within. Oh, beautiful. Come together. Okay. So I think that, Leo, I just see you kind of spending a lot of time with people that you love and really just wanting to only focus on that. So I think that this is more about being around family, being around your kids, being around your friends. It's a social month for you, Leo. And I remember picking up on that in your monthly reading, that it's a week of just wanting to just stay in that space of not really entertaining anything that doesn't make you happy, and not really entertaining anything that is going to bring drama or chaos. And even if you see it around you, I'm seeing you just kind of like dodging those bullets, like just, nope, I don't have the energy for this, and I'm just going to just, I'm just going to stay focused on what brings me peace and what brings me happiness and calmness on the inside, and being very dedicated and devoted to that. That's what I'm feeling. Like there's this opening of your heart, and there's this, and also like the heart feeling full, like feeling full of love and feeling full of comfort and feeling nurtured and cared for. So this is a week of continuing of this, just being around the people that you love. And that's really all that matters right now to you. So beautiful, Leo. I love that. It's very nice. Okay. Moving on to Virgo. What do we have coming up for Virgo? The week of August 16th to August 22nd. I think, Virgo, your season's coming up, isn't it? It's a happy birthday to any Virgos that have birthdays coming up here. I heard coming out of your shell, Virgo. Yeah, okay. So, Virgo, it's going to be, I'm feeling like there's just wanting to hibernate and wanting to just retreat. And I think that that's a good thing. I think that a lot of times we need that, and we need to kind of be with ourselves, and especially if we're releasing a lot of things, if a lot of things are coming out to the surface. I'm also feeling anxiety. So if some of you are feeling anxious, I'm hearing energetic sensitivity. So maybe some of you are feeling especially sensitive right now just because of all the shifting and everything. So you may find that you're a bit more emotional than usual, because there's just a lot going. You're more tuned in than usual, and then you could also be releasing a lot. So I think that this is actually a significant week for Virgo to really tune into what's going on internally and what kind of things are coming up for you, so you can better understand yourself and kind of where you're headed. I think that you may find that you're a bit more emotional this week. I'm really sensing that. Let me pick one more card for you, Virgo. What does Virgo need to know about the sad embrace here? Intention. Okay. So I'm hearing that some of you may feel like you're being misunderstood, is what I'm hearing. That, there may be someone around you that, doesn't see you clearly. So there could be this feeling of not being seen and not being heard. And so I think that this week is going to be important for Virgo to kind of detach yourself from those people, because it could just be making you feel kind of like, I kind of feel like I don't want to be around anyone right now. So that's going to be something that might come up for you, Virgo, here. But I want to pick one more. What should Virgo do about this situation? Okay. Wow. All right. So what I'm hearing is, yeah, I think that's actually a good thing to kind of stay within that energy and kind of like know and try to figure out what's going on there. I think that this might be a good week for illumination here. I think that it's going to be important for Virgo to take a look at what is causing it, because I feel like there's some picture that will come into clarity for you. Like you'll be able to see something clearly because of, there could be this, trigger, or there could be, someone around you that's making you feel a certain way. And I'm being drawn to the dandelion and the owl's beak. And I heard the word hope. And holding on to your hope and your faith and trusting in yourself. That's going to be a lesson that I feel like is coming in for you through this, is to hold on tightly to yourself. And I think that in the weekly energy, the general energy, with the oracle cards before, we had the empowerment card. I feel like that's the message that I was picking up on with that card as well, was to, let me see if I can find it. I feel like I have this. I feel like this card's for you, Virgo, this empowerment. I think that it's going to be really important to like hold on to your perception of reality, and to just trust yourself, because you may find that, there's that, I don't feel like anyone really gets me or understands me, and that may make you feel a bit more sensitive or emotional this week. So I think that it's going to be important to kind of detach your energy a little bit from those who might be making you feel that way, and to kind of focus on a sense of empowerment. So maybe listening to empowering people speaking, or kind of that gives you that oomph, or that boost in confidence. That's going to be really important for you this week, Virgo. Okay, Virgo. Beautiful. Moving on to Libra. What do we have coming up for Libra for the week of August 16th to August 22nd? Oh, okay. Dragon's Lair. I don't know why, but this kind of actually gave this adventurous vibe to me. Kind of like, almost like, this card has so many different meanings. Whenever this card comes up, really depends on, what the situation is. But Libra, I feel like you might be going up against something. Like you may be going up against somebody, kind of a confrontation with someone, or having to stand up for yourself, or having to kind of fight that battle. And I feel like, though, Libra, you're prepared for it. Like I got the sense of like you're trained and you're prepared and you got this. Even if you don't realize you got it, actually when you kind of get to it, like when it happens, or you kind of, something could be also catch you off guard. Like someone could come up to you and say something, and you're like, wait, where did that come from? And you actually might surprise yourself at how ready you are to give a response, or like, what to say, or you're just like prepared. Like you're so confident or empowered in yourself, like, but you don't even realize that you would have that type of reaction. So you may end up surprising yourself there. So this is almost kind of like this, it has a vibe of adventure in it, kind of like you're willingly going into something, knowing that, maybe not everybody is going to see you in the best light, or someone may say something to you, but you're kind of ready for it, and you're okay with it, and you know what to do, and you know what to say. So that might be almost like a debate, like if maybe some of you are on like a debate team, or, that's something like that, where you have your arguments and you know what to say and you know what to do, and you're not really that afraid. I'm not feeling fear or nervousness. It's just kind of like you're going in. I want to pick one more because I'm curious. Another clarifying card for the Dragon Slayer for Libra, please. 16th. Oof. Yeah. All right. I really feel like you might you may find yourself in a confrontation with someone, and it could be that you kind of need, and I think that it could be something where it's like a long time coming and you're kind of ready to just confront it head on. And I think that for some of you, it could be also about saying goodbye to somebody. Like it could be like a friend or just somebody in your life that brings a lot of toxic energy, and you're just ready to just nip it in the bud and just be like, you know what, this has gone on long enough. It's time that we dealt with this, and you're kind of ready to close that chapter. So I feel like maybe this week that might be a week where that kind of comes to light there, where you're going to need to be clear about your boundaries and be clear about what you're willing to tolerate, what you're willing to put up with, and what you're not. Yeah, I'm hearing like, don't give false hope. Almost like don't be very, just be very clear on your intentions and, how you want to deal with a specific person. Okay, cool, Libra. Very, very interesting. All right, so moving on to Scorpio. Scorpio. What do we have coming up for Scorpio? August 16th to August 22nd. Aww. Together. So it seems kind of romantic, actually. I think that maybe there's some romance coming in for you, Scorpio. There may be, and I feel like it's kind of unexpected. I don't know why I felt like I needed to pull 2 cards, but I did. Okay. Yeah, I feel like Scorpio, there may be something that you've been really wishing, or you've been kind of like, I feel like this is in the romance department or like relationship department. I feel like there is this something that you've kind of given up on, maybe something that you've always wanted, but you stopped believing it would ever come. So I think that this week you may find that either you are opening up a bit more, or there's, things coming in. I'm also seeing that this could also be friendships. This is definitely relationships. This is friendships and romance. I am seeing romance. So if some of you are looking for a spark in passion or romance in your existing relationships, you may find that you're able to enjoy that or kind of lean into it a bit more. And I feel like for those of you who are also wanting some genuine connections or friendships with others, I feel like that's kind of coming into your field as well. I am feeling with you, Scorpio, that there is a lot shifting in terms of relationships for you. And I feel like it's been shifting for a very long time, I think. But I think that it's going to feel this week that new things are starting to come in and you're starting to see it. You may also find that people are just responding to you differently these days. Like you may find that you go out to the grocery store and just, I don't know, people are maybe nicer or more kind or more loving or more just kind of forgiving, or you may find that there's just something different about how you're being perceived in a good way. And I kind of feel like you can use that. I'm hearing from Spirit, you can use that as these indicators of what's kind of coming towards you, what's starting to come towards you, the energies that are starting to come towards you. Like you may, I don't know, go somewhere and you get something for free or just out of the kindness of someone's heart or something like that. Like just you're attracting more of that generosity and that kindness, and you can kind of use that as little markers for what the trajectory is and what it's building up to. So I'm hearing like, don't underestimate the little small things that are coming in your path and like falling in your path, because those are clues to, what you're manifesting, and this prayer, or these wishes or like hopes that you're kind of putting out there and wanting to call in, that you're starting to see that it is coming, and it's coming slowly, but it's still coming. So slowly but surely. So that's something to look forward to and and keep doing the work that you're doing. So whatever it is you guys are doing, just keep going with it. You know, you're doing it perfectly. You're doing it fine. You're doing enough. So I feel like just keep going with that. So you're doing good, Scorpio. All right, Sagittarius, what do we have coming up for you? What do we have coming up for Sagittarius the week of... Ooh, all right. I saw a house, like buying a new house or looking for houses. So maybe some of you are looking for a house this week, or maybe like going to open houses or showings or something like that. That's just the image that I saw. And I like you're making a choice. So, you know, maybe you're choosing between two houses. Maybe some of you really are like, you know, buying real estate or something, and you're kind of making those decisions. I kind of feel like there's some movement here for you, Sagittarius. You're moving in a certain direction. It could be that you're also, I feel like some of you might be changing careers, jobs, places of work, something like that. And you might be choosing to leave or go, or choosing between two different job offers. One may be requiring you to travel. Another one may be local, something like that. So kind of making some big choices and decisions in the work sphere there. And I kind of feel like you're also being very protective of your ideas. You're not really telling too many people about what you're doing. There's something very secretive about you, Sagittarius, right now, but not to be secretive, just to kind of like, you don't know, right? Like you don't know what you're choosing or what's going on. So it's best to just kind of keep it to yourself until you're ready to share it with others. Yeah, there's something kind of needing to kind of sit down with yourself and not really kind of take too many people's opinions or suggestions. I think that there is this need to just kind of, be with yourself. I'm feeling like your crown chakra might be heightened this week. So pay attention to some divine guidance that might be pouring through, because I felt my crown chakra open up wide as I'm tuning into your energy, Sagittarius. So I think that that's going to be a gift for you. I'm feeling like you're going to want to sit in silence and meditate to look for the answer about something. So I feel like you're going to be that's what you're going to be focusing on this week, is sitting alone and waiting for that divine guidance, or focusing in on divine guidance on how to make a choice or decision about something in your life. And I kind of feel like it has to do with work is what I'm feeling. Yeah, feels like work. Okay, Sagittarius, beautiful. It's wonderful. I think that meditation is a great way to do that. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so grateful for all your likes, shares, and subscribes, as it really is helpful for my channel. And I hope you are all doing well. Comment below if any of these readings resonate with you. I'd love to hear what's going on with all of you. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week ahead. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you for next week. Bye, everyone.